Hello YouTube, this is a quick little guide for what I recommend for new players on the custom draw, what you should have on the wait up list. First off, when you start the game, the best recommended ones are I forget her name, which we don't understand her name. Emma, and you want Ming, and then for the final one, which is going to help you right now, it's going to be Chai for the biggest DPS overall. But those, when you start, the 4 hunters you would want is this and this is what you'll need for the beginning for the 4 hunters. These two, absolutely busted. They're a scale off of HP. They have very high scaling for their skills. 400, here we'll go to the skills. QT 400, 700, and 730, and the alt 1000. May seem kind of small, but the numbers are pretty big if you compare it to, let's say, Min. This does basically nothing. I forgot the other ones. But the reason you want her, a lot of content, especially right now with Brilliant of Light, and you need a lot of water damage. Her for fire damage, she's very good, gives defense penetration as a free little bonus right here, which is very nice. If you can't evade anything, and let's say you can shadow evade, well then you get an additional 7.77 defense penetration. And if you're using fire, even better. She's both of them are very good at breaking. You want Chai for the spider, for the dungeons. You want Ming at all times. He must be on the custom banner, I would say, up until you finally get the max Ascension 5 to maximize him, because he's a support and he's a very busted support. You want to prioritize maxing him out on constellations first and building him, because supports are very useful in the games and all in general, because supports are the things you're going to be using all the time. Your DPS, that's going to be changing every single time with new things, because power creep or just new characters or whatnot, or just your waifus exist or husbando and you want to pull for them and they're pretty good at DPS and you want to leave the others. But as of this current update, you're always going to want Ming on the banner. Once you get all 4, your banner should change to whatever else you'll need. So you would want Dark Break for the punishment, you would want Beck as well for Igris, the Igris fight. Chai is good. He's a burst type character and he has his own defense shred as well, which is very good, but I don't use him too much. But he is pretty good after all. Wind, you get him for free, so you don't even have to put him on the banner if you started the game day 1. If you didn't, well, I don't know if you're still going to give it out. But that's it for hunters. For weapons that you'll want, Death Plume. Don't bother too much with the scythe unless you want to max it out. Reason being, game gives you already 2 of these, so you'll have A1 already in the base once you get further enough through the challenges. So I'd rather recommend the Grimoire or Skadi to be out here, either one of those water ones. If not, the Huntsman, and finally the Moonlight Daggers. The Dreaming King's longsword is good if you know how to counter, but it isn't that let's just say it isn't impressive. Its damage is pretty okay in comparison to the other weapons, but yeah, it's not too good. If anything, the only thing useful for this is countering to give you a shield so you can stay alive and tank a hit, and the additional 8% attack buff that you're supposed to get. Where is that? There you go. When you successfully counter, you get an 8% attack bonus, which is nice, but that's not what you're really using it for. Vulcan's Blade isn't too good, but yeah, it's good enough. Once you got whatever the weapons you really want, especially the Death Bloom and the Huntsman, you'll need those through the Grimoire or Scatty, then it doesn't really matter which other weapons you get. But for the Hunters, make sure you try to get at least one copy of all of them. Once you got one copy of all of them, the rest of the game should be pretty easy. As for the two newest weapons, it's whatever you really need, but prioritize Huntsman, Plume, and the Grimoire as the main weapons. You could also use the Moonlight one. Moonshadow as well. But besides that, after that, once you obtained everything, make sure you always have Ming here to max out his constellations, and then after that, try that constellations thing, attention. Just advancements. As soon as you got one of everything, then you can start adding whatever characters you need or things you need here that you want to ascend. As of this current update, Chai is very good and Ming, so I would have these two to try to get their max ascension. Besides that, that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all you'll want to have on your banner at all times. The only reason I have the scythe here for, if you're wondering, is because I want to try to get this to 5, because I already have 2 on it as is. I'm lucky enough to get 2. Compared to the rest of the weapons, which I just recently got, was 1 additional Vulcan. So that's it. That's all you need to know. Always have Ming on the banner. Reason, here you can just see his constellations, his ascensions. His first one gives crit rate, crit damage to everyone. Second one, HP, which just means more healing and a bit more damage. The third one, more HP recovery. The fourth one is very nice because now every time he tags in, yes, every time he tags in, that's not the tag. Yes, 50% of your team gauge is filled up. So as soon as you get that fourth one, it's going to be 60%, so your ult's always going to be up. And then the final one, 50% ult damage for your team member. It's going to be huge. That's why you really want him. And to build all supports and get as many supports as you can in the game. And that's it. Okay, bye bye.